Now we are going through one of the very interesting chapters, 15th chapter, Purushottama Yoga. All chapters are good, but some of them are extremely, interesting. Interesting in the sense that we learn something new in each and every shloka of some of the chapters. Some of them are slightly repetitive, but some of them are very, very interesting. So this is one such chapter. In this chapter, as we have seen, Krishna compares Ashwatha tree to samsara or prapancha vriksha. Or he compares samsara to Ashwatha vriksha. Ashwatha, Shva means tomorrow, Tha means existing, opposite of that. A tree which may not exist even tomorrow. That is the uncertainty of our samsara or the universe. If we are very happily living in this universe without understanding Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Dukkha, Dosha, Anudarshanam, if you don't go deeper into what is birth, what is death, what is this old age, what is this dukkha, why am I feeling sad? If you don't understand, if you don't try to understand this, then you may not be interested in moksha at all. The interest in knowing what God is, what am I, who am I, where did I come from, where am I going, what is the purpose of my life, why am I here, all these topics will not be interesting at all. Only when we see or anudarshanam, go deeper into this Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Dukkha, Dosha, Anudarshanam. This is what he said in 13th chapter. Only when we go deeper into these topics, then we get this vairagya towards this samsara or universe. Then we want to know, what is this God? What do we mean by Parabrahma? What is Krishna? What is Rama? Or who is Rama? Who is Krishna? Who is this Parabrahma? This kind of interest will be generated, or we will be developing such kind of inquisitiveness. Like how small kids keep on asking questions. What is this? What is that? Every minute thing they ask us, and we get finally fed up or irritated. Then we say simply go away. We should be like this. Every minute doubt we must be asking, getting it cleared. God will answer through somebody or the other. Whenever a genuine doubt arises, God sends somebody or the other, or through some book. Definitely, if it is genuine, that doubt will be cleared. So first and foremost, we must understand that this universe is like Ashwatha, may not exist tomorrow. This samsara is like Ashwatha tree, which may not exist even tomorrow. There is no guarantee of its existence. Then he has compared all the shakhas or the branches of the tree to either different lokas or different births of each one of us. We all may go to the higher branches, or there is a possibility that we go to the lower branches also, or Nicha Yoni, Nicha Janma. There is a chance. Let us not be happy that I am being born as a human being. Next Janma also I will be definitely a human being. There is no such guarantee at all. Now, after crossing 40 years or 50 years, people are advised to take up some health checkups. Every year or once in 2 years, they say that you have to take up this health checkup. What is the purpose? To know whether this body is functioning properly, or if at all any disease is there, maybe some sugar problem, BP problem, cholesterol problem, or some other kidney problem, which is not known to me. I do not find any symptoms, but there may be something which is hidden. Nowadays, there are so many serious diseases also. They do not show any symptoms. Absolutely no symptom, and suddenly they say it is this kind of cancer or some heart attack or this or that. So people are advised to go for health checkups. Now here also we have to go for this kind of scanning of our life. What disease do we have? Why should we go for this kind of scanning? All of us are having an attack of this bhava roga. attachment to this body or my identity. I am this body. This is ajnana or this is bhavaroga. So we call God as bhavaroga vaidya. Doctors use different kinds of instruments. For example, just for X-ray one machine, scanning another machine. So like this, there are so many different kinds of machine, different kinds of instruments that they use. And if needed, surgery is performed. Now here, this Bhavaroga Vaidya also makes us undergo this kind of surgery. What is this surgery? Surgery is jnana. Removal of ajnana is jnana. All the other things are needed. What are those things? Krishna lists. We have seen the first one in the list. Asanga Shastra. So many different kinds of weapons or let us say instruments that are needed. First one he has already talked in the third shloka. Up to 2.5 shlokas, he explained about the samsara vriksha or compared with Ashwatha vriksha. The second half of the third shloka, he started giving us the treatment. How should the treatment be? Or what should be the treatment? Treatment for this Bhavaroga. He is our doctor now. He is giving us all kinds of things that we need to do. Surgery is like jnana. Acquiring jnana is the operation. Before that, so many things are needed. So what are those things? First one he said, Asanga Shastrena Drudhena Chitva. The third shloka, let me chant once again. Narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate nanto na chadir na cha sampratishta ashvattamenam suvirudha moolam asanga shastrena dridhena chitva. Asanga Shastra, the instrument or the weapon that is needed is asanga. Detachment. Detachment from this world, detachment from this samsara is the first point that we have to take care of. Jnana, acquiring jnana is the operation, but before that we know that the patient has to be prepared. So many other medications have to be given, whether sugar is in control, normal or not, BP is in control or not, otherwise it will be a failure. Similarly, before performing the surgery, Krishna wants us to be prepared with all these. The first one is Asanga Shastra Dridha. We need a Dridha Nirdhara. Strong determination is needed for this Asanga. Otherwise, it is not possible. We say that, okay, I will not do this today. After a few minutes, you feel like doing it. Why? Because the determination is not strong. We have taken an oath, I will not do this today, I will not tell a lie today. But a situation arose so that it is a small lie, no problem. No, I am not hurting anybody. It's okay. God will forgive me. This is how the mind escapes. God will forgive me because I am not hurting anybody. Lie is a lie. Once we have taken the oath that I will not tell a lie, we should stick to it, whatever it is, whether it is big or small, it is immaterial. So he says here, Asanga Shastrena Dridhena Chitva. Strongly we have to take out this root itself, cut the root itself. If you cut simply the branches of the tree, what happens? Next day or after a few days, again it sprouts up, it comes up again. So from the root itself, it has to be removed. Now let us see what he says in the fourth shloka. Tata padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gatana nivartanti bhuyaha tameva chadyam purusham prapadye yatah pravrittihi prasrita purani. Tataha, after that, padam tat parimargitavyam. Tat is that. What is that? Tat tvam asi. You are that. That Parabrahma. So Tat is that Parabrahma. Tat Parimargitavyam. Towards that Brahma, you have to tread your path. That is Adhyatma Patha. You have to move forward in this path. Means you have to know that Parabrahma. So what we call as Brahmachara, Brahmachari. Generally, we say that brahmachari is a person who maintains this celibacy. We are all grihasthashramis. Is it possible for us to follow that celibacy concept? We are married people. Arjuna also was married. If at all it was only the question of maintaining celibacy, Krishna wouldn't have talked about it, because Krishna knew that Arjuna is married. Not only one wife, many wives also. So how can he follow that concept of celibacy? So definitely it is not about that. Then what is it about? Brahmachari. Chari is the one who is moving in the path of that Brahma. We are also like that now. We are also interested in knowing what is this Parabrahma. We are moving in that direction. So here he says, Tat Pari Margitavyam. This is the second point. First one is Asanga. Second one is interested in knowing about Parabrahma. How can we know about Parabrahma? Because we say that it is not an object, he is a subject. He is the one who is seeing. He is the one who is hearing. Even though he or she or it or whatever it is does not have eyes, does not have ears, all these. In spite of that, he is the unseen seer. Then how do we know about him? That is why Paramatma is comparing it with the something that is existing. In all these chapters also he kept on comparing with something or the other, so that we move towards him. Exactly to that Parabrahma we cannot move by any comparison. But slowly we get an idea. Like he said in 13th chapter, it is like space, Akasha. We get an idea then, Akasha is everywhere. You cannot divide this Akasha at all. Whether you go to America, Australia, Netherlands, any place you go, Akasha is definitely there. Similarly, he is all pervading. We keep on saying he is all pervading. We don't understand. When we compare with Akasha, which is the nearest one of the Panchabhutas, nearest to Parabrahma, then we understand, like this space is everywhere. So similarly, he is all pervading. So like this, we are also moving in that direction. Tat Parimargitavyam. That is, studying the scriptures or listening to satsangas and trying to understand about Parabrahma and moving forward. It is not only about performing pujas. Perform the pujas, whatever rituals we have been doing, let us continue to do them. Along with that, try to learn about this Parabrahma, which is given in Bhagavadgita or Veda or Upanishad or so many other scriptures, even our Puranas, Ramayana, etc. They are also talking about this, but in the form of a story. So we are more interested in a story than the concept behind it. Now, he says, you must be interested in the concept behind that story. All of us know Ramayana. Every child, probably the child who is born in India, knows about Ramayana. About how much do we know deeper into the concepts of Ramayana? This is important for us. So Krishna says, this is the second point that has to be considered as a treatment for Bhavaroga. Tataha padam tat parimargitavyam yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaka. Once you go there, then definitely there is no turning back, no coming back. Once you reach this destination, first of all, we should know what the destination is. What is our goal? We should know. Our goal is only moksha or reaching him. Once again, reaching is not traveling distance-wise. So here, yasmin gata, once you have gone there, na nivartanti bhuyaka, again you will not come back to this world at all. Which means you are out of this vicious cycle of punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. Out. You are out of that. Then, tameva chadyam purusham prapadye. Prapadye is surrender. Sharanagati. Krishna is giving lot of importance to Sharanagati, which means lot of devotion. Unless there is devotion, this jnana, these are all preparation for that operation. Operation cannot be performed unless the patient is fit for it. Qualification is needed for this, attaining this jnana, or for the operation, surgery to be performed means patient should be fit for it. So the third point is prapadye. Surrender yourself completely to 100% to that Paramatma. We also keep on saying, I have surrendered entirely to Him. After some time, we start cribbing about some situation or something. If at all, remember this, if at all we have surrendered completely, absolutely no complaints, no cribbing at all, life will be blissful or happy always because we have surrendered. So whenever we complain about anything, immediately thought should come, did I surrender? I have not surrendered. If I have surrendered, definitely I will not complain. There is no dukkha at all because I have left everything in His hand. Once I leave everything in His hand, it is up to Him to give me whatever is best for me. He knows it. So He is the one who is going to give me this situation or object or person or any individual. So this is one analysis for us. Anytime we complain, immediately the thought should go there. Oh, I am complaining. That means I am not surrendered. And it's only lip service. I am surrendering. It's very easy to see. Let us not be like that because Krishna is preparing us now. He is ready to prepare us. But we are not ready. No, we are also ready now. We are getting ready, trying our best to get ready for this Jnana Yoga. Yatha pravritihi prasrita purani. To whom are we surrendering? Because of whom tamevacha adyam purusham prapadye yatah pravrittihi prasrita purani. Because of whom this Purana, Sanatana, we don't know when this world started because there is no Adi. So this particular universe is spread out, prasrita. It is spread out everywhere because of whom? Adyam purusham. Adya is the first one. Purusha, He is the one who has created us. We have to move in the direction of that Parabrahma, Tat Parimargitavyam. How? With the devotion and complete surrender. And Parimargitavya, we should be studying the scriptures systematically. Once again, he tells the next point what is needed, Sadguna. Krishna has been stressing on this particular point. Unless we develop some virtues, Jnana Yoga is impossible for us. Once again, in the next shloka, shloka number 5, he stresses on those virtues. Many virtues are there. Again, in the 16th chapter, he is going to list out some more virtues. Here, once again, he lists out some virtues. So, 4 different things which are needed for the preparation of the sadhaka to have that Jnana Marga, to move in that path. First one is Asanga. Second one is Brahmachara, which means studying the scriptures or moving towards that Parabrahma. Not only Rama and Krishna, the avatars or the bodies, they have taken that particular form. We are not talking about that form. We are talking about the concept behind that form. Trying to understand something about the concept behind that form. That is Parimargitavyam, or we use the word Brahmachara. Third one is Prapadye. That is surrender, total Sharanagati. And the next one is Sadguna or virtues. So we have to take up these 4 points in our lives if you want to have that Jnana Yoga and if you want to reach that level Brahmapada or Moksha. Once again, Asanga, detachment. Brahmachara, learning something about Parabrahma, moving in that direction. Third one is surrender or Sharanagati. And the fourth one is Sadguna or virtues. What are the virtues which are needed? We have already seen in the 13th chapter. Why does he talk about virtues? Doctors say that don't take this kind of food for 1 week before your surgery or 2 days before your surgery. Pathya, diet. Diet is compulsory before that surgery. So this also is that like pathya only for us. Proper diet we have to follow. Only then operation will be performed by our Bhavaroga Vaidya, the greatest surgeon, Sri Krishna Paramatma. Let us see the next shloka, shloka number 5. What are the sadgunas that are needed? Nirmana mohajita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kamaha द्वन्द्वैर्विमुक्ता सुखदुःखसञ्ज्ञैः गच्छन्त्यमूढा पदमव्ययं तत्. Nirmana moha. Nirmana. Mana is that pride. I am the one. Small achievements we have done. Something that we have done. Then how proud we feel of ourselves. So Krishna says this should not be there. Whatever talent we have got, we should realize that it is a gift of God. It is not done by me. Who am I? It is given by that Krishna Paramatma for somebody else. That opportunity was not given. God was kind enough to give me this opportunity to develop this talent. So, all gratitude to that God who has given me this talent. Whatever talent we have, instead of becoming proud of ourselves, immediately we should prostrate to that God. Thank you for giving me this talent. Thank you for making me develop this talent. Thank you for making me share this talent, so that the others also get benefited. And doing namaskara. Doing namaskara to Paramatma we are ready to do, but some elders whom we don't like, why should I do namaskara to that person? Because we are, in our mind, we are doing namaskara to that individual. It is not so. We are not doing namaskara to that individual. How should the attitude be? Whenever we do namaskara to anybody, even to form of Krishna or Rama, the attitude should be, I am prostrating to that Parabrahma who has come in this form. Whether it is this person, that person, no, that is immaterial to me. It is to that Parabrahma that I am prostrating. So this way, pride should be totally destroyed. Nirmana. Similarly, moha. That is nirmoha, nirmana moha, nirmana, and once again let us add that word nirmoha. Moha should not be there. Delusion should not be there. What is that delusion? That I am this body. What is not there, I feel that that is me. What is actually me, I feel that that is not me. This is what delusion is. So nirmana moha, nirmoha, jita sanga dosha. Once again, what are the different kinds of doshas that we have because of this attachment? Win over all those. I understand that my husband, my children, my parents-in-law, yes, I understand. But there is a dosha behind that. What is that dosha? The same people will definitely give me dukkha someday or the other. So how should I treat them? Shall I hate them? Because one fine day they may give me some dukkha, so should I stop loving them and start hating them? No, not that way. Love everybody. Everybody, not only the family members. Whomever we come across on the road also. Give a nice smile. Create that kind of atmosphere. Let them think that we are mad, no problem. But one beautiful smile that makes our mind open up to the universe. I am not smiling, loving only my family members. I love everybody in this world. I love everything in this world. I love every situation in this world. That opens up our own mind. So, it is possible for us to love everybody without getting attached to anybody. That is what Krishna says. Love everybody. Move around in the world with a lot of love for everybody, but without getting attached. Jita Sangha Dosha, win over all those Sangha Doshas. When you understand there is dosha in this, then slowly we withdraw from that. Not that we stop loving, but the attachment reduces with this kind of knowledge. Then Adhyatma Nitya. Adhyatma Nitya, scriptural study. Regularly we have to study these scriptures, or listen to satsangas, or read or hear, whatever it is, or discuss with somebody else who also has this kind of interest. Otherwise, generally the discussion is about that neighbor, this neighbor. The person who is not present, about that person will be discussing. Let us stop all those now, because Krishna is giving us, making us prepare. So we should be ready for taking those preparations. Adhyatma Nitya. A dog, assume that we are having a pet dog at home. If I don't feed the dog, what does the dog do? Dog feels hungry. Dog goes on the street, whatever is thrown over there, it starts eating. Our mind is also like this. If we don't feed the mind with the nutritious food not only to the body, it is needed to the mind too. If you don't give this kind of nutritious food to the mind, it will take up anything that is available on the road, anything that is available on the TV. Some nonsense, some serial is going on. So much of interest is there. We are glued to the TV. What is happening next? What is happening next? Why? Because the proper nutritious food is not fed to the mind. Because of that, we are so much interested in the worldly affairs of so many other people. Not about us. About in other family, what is happening. The gossiping. So now he says, Adhyatma Nitya. It is not sufficient if you do it once a week, once in a month. No. Nitya. Daily we have to do that. Then, Vinivritta Kamaha. Nivritti, retirement to all kind of worldly desires. What kind of desires should we have now? Only spiritual desires. I should learn this 15th chapter properly. I should understand this properly. I should contemplate on this properly. So this kind of desire should be there. Then, Dvandvair Vimukta. Sukha Dukkha Sanjnai. This we have been seeing. Chita, Ushna, Mana, Apamana. With all this, balanced mind. Let there be pleasure or pain. I remain poised. I remain balanced. Both extremes, we have to be very, very careful. Sukha dukkha sanjnaihi gacchantya muda padamavyayam tat. Only when we follow all these gunas, he has listed those gunas, only then we'll be able to reach him. Padam avyayam tat. That pada which is avinashi, avyaya, you cannot destroy. It is immutable. That kind of pada we reach. That is what our goal is now, to reach that particular place or position. Place in the sense it's not some different place. So let us say that state. Move on to the next one, 6th shloka. Na tad bhasayate suryo na shashanko na pavakaha yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. This concept, rather in this 15th chapter, most of these shloka concepts are taken from Kathopanishad, Mundaka Upanishad and Shvetashatara Upanishad, mainly from Kathopanishad. Krishna takes those concepts from the Upanishad in this Bhagavadgita. Na tad bhasayate suryo. Bhasayate means illumine. Surya cannot illumine this tat. That Parabrahma cannot be illumined by Surya. See, the world gets the illumination by sun, Surya. World is illumined by Surya. Whereas this Parabrahma cannot be illumined by Surya because Surya gets the illumination from this Parabrahma. It is not the reverse. Parabrahma gives that light to Surya. So how can Surya give this light to Parabrahma? So it is not possible at all. Similarly, na Shashanka. Shashanka is moon. Moon also cannot illumine this Parabrahma. Na Pavakaha. Pavaka is fire or Agni. Agni also cannot. We cannot put one torch and see that Parabrahma. Cannot take fire and see Parabrahma. Even sunlight or moonlight cannot illumine this Parabrahma. What he wants to say is, all these are illumined by Parabrahma. He is the seer of the unseen. He is the one. He is unseen, but he is seen. He is not heard. We cannot get any sound from him. He is the one who is hearing. Can we hear him? No, we are not able to hear him. But he is hearing. Whatever we are talking, whatever we are thinking, everything is understood by him. So we say he is the unseen seer, unheard hear, untouched toucher. He is the one who is touching us. He is the one who is doing everything here, but we are not able to see him. Not only this Surya, Shashanka, Pavaka, etc. Even our sense organs can be taken as lights. What is this light? Light is that in the presence of which we gain some knowledge. In the presence of light only we are able to see, we are able to read, we gain some knowledge. So all these sense organs also, all of them are also like lights. Can these grasp him? We cannot grasp him, we cannot understand him through the sensory organs. He is beyond all these. That's what Krishna wants to say there. Then, yad gatva na nivartante tad dhama paramam mama. Yad gatva, having gone there, then na nivartante. Just now also he has talked about it in the shloka number 4. Yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha. Again he says that now, yat gatva, having gone there, na nivartante, no return. Tad dhama paramam mama. That is my paramadhama. What is this paramadhama? Kailasa, Vaikuntha, or some other place. This we have to understand carefully. We have this misconception that Shiva lives in Kailasa, Vishnu lives in Vaikuntha only. This kind of misconception is there in all of us. Even Shirdi Baba said that. Don't think that I am just this 6-foot body of bones and flesh. I am not just in Shirdi, I am everywhere. This he has uttered those words. So he is all pervading. We have this misconception that he stays there, he is somewhere up. And it is being reinforced in some of the movies. You see somebody dies. They show the person dying. Then what happens? One light comes from the heart of that person and goes up and up and up, and then it is with the Paramatma. They show one Krishna or something like that, and then it joins there. So we feel that we are going somewhere up like that, and then only join that Paramatma. This kind of misconception is there. Anyway, it is only for us to understand that we are getting united with that Parabrahma. It is not actually so. Here Paramadhama, it is his para prakriti. We have seen this in the 7th chapter. Bhumirapo nalo vayu kammano buddhirevacha ahamkara iti yamme bhinna prakriti rashtadha apareyamitastvannvam prakritim vidhi me param. There are 2 prakriti. One is Nicha prakriti or just prakriti. We call this as apara prakriti. Another is para prakriti. This apara prakriti is my body, Arjuna. Para prakriti is that consciousness. What we call as soul, atma, chetana, that is para prakriti. So what is this paramdhama? My paramadhama is not this body or not Kailasa Vaikuntha. It is that consciousness. Where is this consciousness? It is all pervading. Just like how we have one pot. Mud pot is there. We say space is there inside the pot. So we make use of that space within that pot to pour something or put something in that particular pot. Space is needed if I want to pour water or coffee or whatever it is. Outside also space is there. Inside the pot also space is there. If I break this pot, now what happens? It becomes the same space again. It is not that the space goes somewhere and then reaches. No, it is in the same place. Similarly, the moment we get this knowledge, then we become one with him. We don't have to go anywhere. Atma does not have to travel. It is not like one lamp on Deepa going from here to there. No, just there itself. It is not after death. The moment we get this knowledge of our experience, Anubhuti we say, then immediately, that is, along with this body, you have got that moksha. Then Again there is yad gatva na nivartante tat dhama paramama. That is my paramadhama. So where is paramadhama? It is there everywhere. But we are unaware of it. So this must be clearly understood. Not that we are going somewhere after death, one light will come from my heart and then it will go. No. It is not so. Now the next shlokas are extremely important for us. From 7th shloka to 11th shloka, Krishna says that I am only the universe. It's not anything else. I myself am the universe. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. These many shlokas he describes beautifully. Very interesting shlokas. Let us take up the 7th shloka. Mamaivamsho jivaloke jivabhutas sanatanaha manashasthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. Mama eva amsha. My own part. What is that? Jivaloka. This Jivaloka is my own part. Then there is a question. We know that he cannot be partitioned. Space, can you partition the space? We cannot. So how does he say that my Amsha? Here, Amsha is not exactly part. It is his reflection. Voice may be cut because there is no internet. I have got this hotspot through my mobile. So there may be some slight distraction. Some disturbance. Am I audible now? Am I audible? Okay.
Yes, madam.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but there is break.
Break, huh?
Yes.
Okay, just a minute.
Now it's okay.
Okay?
It's
Okay, because this...
Okay.
Mama eva amsha. Amsha is reflection. So I would like to go deeper into this particular point over here. What is this reflection? We have already seen that this Prakriti is Jada. This body, mind, intellect, all sense organs, all these are Jada or inert. They do not have that Chetana. Only that Purusha or Parabrahma has got that Chetana. So we'll call this Parabrahma as original consciousness. Now this original consciousness gets this reflection where it is reflected on the mind. Just like how you see in water reflection of sun. So this Parabrahma or original consciousness reflects on the mind. This is called Chidabhasa or Pratibimba. Now this mind, which otherwise is not having any Chetana, now gets the Chetana. It becomes sentient. It lends sentiency to the body. Mind now becomes reflected consciousness. Parabrahma or that Purusha is original consciousness. Now that is reflected on the mind. Mind becomes sentient now or active now. Mind lends sentiency to the body. I repeat that. This original consciousness lends consciousness or that Chetana to the mind. Mind lends consciousness or Chetana or makes this body sentient. So body gets a sentiency through mind. So mind is important. I hope it is clear. Original consciousness. Now what to VR, it is reflected consciousness. So here this Jivaloka is the reflected consciousness. It is his Amsha, he says. Not a part, but his Pratibimba. Whatever happens to the reflection, does it get affected on the original consciousness? Original consciousness does not get affected whatever happens to the Pratibimba. Similarly, whatever happens in this Jivaloka or to anything in this world, original consciousness remains the same. There is no change at all. It does not get affected when the Jivaloka changes. So here he says, Mama eva amsha Jivaloka Jiva Bhuta Sanatanaha. It is existing from Sanatana, from ancient time. Then Manashashtan Indriyani Prakriti Sthani Karshati. Indriyani, Panchendriya, Pancha Janendriyas, and Shashtha, the sixth one is mind. All these are drawn towards Prakriti. What is Prakriti here? The gross body. The Indriyas along with the mind are drawn or dragged towards this Prakriti. Prakriti here is gross body. Karshati. Karshati is drawing that. So the Indriyas and the mind are drawn towards the body by that consciousness. Do we have any question that does God exist? Now, assume that there is a light in your house. Then, will you ask anybody, is there power supply? You will not ask at all. Because the light is bright, definitely you know for sure that power supply is there. Similarly, when we see any living body, forget about the others, anybody living, alive, then immediately the thought should come, behind this alive body, there is an alive mind. Behind this alive mind, there is consciousness. That Paramatma is the one who is making the mind active. Through the mind, the body is active. We are coming once again to the Sukshma Sharira and Sthula Sharira, which we discussed in one of the earlier classes. Sukshma Sharira is this Jiva or reflected consciousness. Sthula Sharira is this body. To give an example, bulb. Bulb has got outer shape is there. Inside there is a filament. I hope all of you have observed a bulb. When the electricity passes through this filament becomes bright, so the bulb looks bright. I repeat that. There is bulb, observe the electric bulb. Outer, there is one particular shape, maybe round or long or whatever it is. There is a shape. That is like our gross body or Sthula Sharira. Inside the bulb, please observe that there is filament. That filament is like our Sukshma Sharira. Then electricity supply is there. Current passes through that filament. That current is like this consciousness. Parabrahma who is sending that Chetana. Assume that the filament has stopped working. Bulb remains the same here, but the filament has stopped working. Then what happens? There is no brightness. It is as good as waste now. You have to throw the bulb now. Because bulb is of no use to you now. Bulb is useful only when that filament is working. When the filament is not working, you will have to throw away the bulb. Electricity is there, bulb outer shape is also there, filament is not working. Similarly, for us, this body, this is the gross body, our Sukshma Sharira. What are the components of the Sukshma Sharira? Pancha Jnanendriyas, Pancha Karmendriyas, Pancha Pranas or Pancha Vayus, and Antakarana, the four components of Antakarana. Manasu, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta. We have discussed this in one of the previous classes. So all these 19 components are like that filament. Mind is also there. Now, electricity supply is given to that filament and filament becomes bright. It is not that directly to the outer body the power supply is given, it is to the filament. Similarly, this Parabrahma or the original consciousness gives this reflection or pratibimba to the filament or to that mind. Through the mind, the body gets that Chetana or body becomes sentient. Body starts working only if that internally Sukshma Sharira is working. Otherwise, body is dead. When the Sukshma Sharira goes out of this body, we call this as a death. Separation of Sukshma Sharira or subtle body or astral body from the gross body or Sthula Sharira is a death. Union of Sukshma Sharira or subtle body with the gross body or Sthula Sharira is birth. So through this bulb, we are able to understand how our Sukshma Sharira or Sthula Sharira or that Paramatma is working. Paramatma is not working directly on the body. He is working through the mind. Paramatma or that original consciousness is reflected upon the mind. Then mind becomes sentient. Otherwise it is jada or inert. Now the mind gets that Chetana, and mind or the Sukshma Sharira gives that Chetana or lends that sentiency. That consciousness is lent to the body now. So body gets that reflected consciousness from that Parabrahma through the mind. Just like how the outer bulb becomes bright because of the filament which is there in the internally in the bulb only when the power supply is given. So this is about Indriyani Prakritisthani Karshati. He attracts or draws them towards this body. When he is the one who is giving, similarly, he is the one who is drawing it out of this body. That he talks about in the next shloka. Let us take up the next shloka, another important shloka, shloka number 8. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyutkramatiishvaraha grihitvaitani samyati vayurgandhani vashayat. Shariram yat avapnoti yachapyutkramatiishvaraha. Utkramati is leaving the body. The Sharira that you have got it. Yes, living now. Now what is happening? Utkramati leaves the body. Here Ishvara is that Jiva. Because that Jiva or Sukshma Sharira is the controller of this body. This body, external body, as we have seen, it is only a rented house. It doesn't have anything to do. Only a rented house, which we are using till our prarabdha karma becomes zero. Only until then. Then we leave this body or this body will be destroyed then. Utkramati. Utkramati is leaving the body. What happens? Shariram ya grihitvaitani samyati vayurgandha nivashayat. Now what is happening is, just like how air takes the smell. Some, let us say, flower is there. Fragrant flower is there. There is a breeze then. What happens? If somebody is wearing jasmine, somebody just entered the house wearing jasmine mala, then immediately we do like this, wow, Nice fragrance, nice smell. We are able to smell that. How? Because that air is not taking the flower. Air is taking only the fragrance from that flower and moves. Similarly, now he compares that flower with our body. Flower is compared with our gross body or stula sharira. He does not take the stula sharira. What does he take? Only the fragrance from that. What is that fragrance? Only sukshma sharira. Vayur gandha nivashaya. Just like how Vayu takes the gandha, smell, from any object, or let us take flowers here. Grihitva. He takes air or breeze, takes only the fragrance. Similarly, Vayu does not take the object, only the fragrance. Similarly, he does not take this body. Body is left here. Only that Sukshma Sharira is taken out. People who go on transfers or who keep on shifting the houses, they know this problem. What is that? You have to pack kitchen items. You pack it separately in one cardboard box and write on top of that kitchen items. Bedroom, bathroom, veranda, this, that we mark there. Why? So that when we go there to the new house, it becomes easier for us to open that. Then the cardboard box where it is written that kitchen item, we will take and keep it in the kitchen only. These are all huge boxes. So you cannot keep on taking them here and there. You put them in the kitchen only, so that it becomes easier for us to open it later. Similarly, here also the same thing takes place. The Sukshma Sharira is taken out of this body. Stula Sharira is not taken, only Sukshma Sharira. What is the Sukshma Sharira? The Golakas are not taken. Golakas belong to the Stula Sharira. Only that Sukshma Bhutas, the power to listen, the power to hear, see, the power to smell, the power to touch, the power to taste, along with the other components, Karmendriya, everything is taken. Sukshma only is taken. Mind, Manasu, Buddhi, Ahankara, Chitta, what is stored in the memory, that also is taken. So we should be careful. What am I storing in memory? Whatever is stored now, the moment you die, that is taken. So these 19 components, what we call as Sukshma Sharira, that is taken. So that is the fragrance which is taken. Now when we enter the next body, what happens? Based on our karmas or whatever the vasanas that we are carrying, we go to the next, we take the next body. After how many years? How many days? Not known. It may be few days, few months, few years. With that we don't know. When exactly the rebirth will take place, that depends on our vasanas. That is why when we perform the Shraddha Karma, for our ancestors we do the Shraddha Karma, we do the Pinda or Tarpana for 3 generations. Father, father's father, father's father. 3 Pindas are kept. People who are performing this may have an idea. It is not for only one person. If it's father, then for 3, his father and his father. Why? Because we don't know whether they have taken rebirth or not. So only up to 3 generations that we do. This is how the Shastras or Puranas have told us. And one day we do for all the ancestors also, assuming that they have not taken birth even today. They may be in the other Ucha, Uttama Lokas, or maybe in the Nicha Janmas, that we don't know. That depends on their karmas. But we offer. And again the time and space, it is different. In Pitraloka it is different, Swargaloka time is different, just like our dream world. In the dream world, time is totally different. In my dream, I may get married, I may have children, I may have grandchildren, and I die also. Just for 5 or 10 minutes I slept, but all this happened in my dream. So time of that dream is different, waking time is different. So like that, in different lokas, time and space are totally different. So when do we take the next birth? That is not known. But we are carrying the same Sukshma Sharira. Then when we take the next body, which is once again determined, what kind of body, what kind of parents, what kind of atmosphere, that depends on our vasanas. When we go to the new body, new business we start, a new shop now. So what do? Again, we have carried, no, along with us, our big luggage we have carried. The power to hear is put in this particular Golaka only. Power to see is put in the Golaka called eye. So similarly, like how you keep the kitchen item box in the kitchen, bedroom item box in the bedroom. Similarly, the Sukshma Sharira takes its positions in the body, in the gross body. Now we assume that we have taken human body only. Assuming that it is a human body. It need not be human body. It may be a tree also. Please understand. Even assume that I am born as a tree in the next birth. While dying, I am carrying my Sukshma Sharira. All these are there. Since I am a human being right now, in the next birth, if I am born as a tree, I will definitely carry my Sukshma Sharira. But only the touch, hearing capacity. Does tree have the hearing capacity? Does tree have the seeing capacity? No. Those Sukshma that bhutas are not able to come into existence, not come into manifestation. But they are existing. In the tree, it is there. As a Sukshma Sharira, it is there. This is proved also, that if you love a tree, keep on expressing your love to a tree or a plant, the plant bends towards you when you walk after a few days, I believe. That means it has a mind, it has memory. How? Because of the Sukshma Sharira which it is carried from the previous birth. We are able to see only the touching, it is able to understand only the touch. Because others are not manifested. It doesn't have the Golakas for manifestation. So here now, assuming that it is a body, the next shloka also, Krishna continues, assuming that it is a human body. So we start our new business once again. How? Slowly we open the box. Can we do it in one day? Kitchen items, everything is set in one day? It is not possible. Observe a baby. Baby cannot see, we know that. Cannot see all of us in the first day, second day. Can a baby look at us and see, oh, this is my mother, this is my father? No. Baby cannot discriminate the colors also, that we know. After a few days only, then we say after 1 month, is the baby recognizing you? Is the baby smiling at you? These are all questions we ask the newborn babies when they are born. We ask the mother. Does the baby look at you? Does the baby recognize you? We ask that. Why? Because that Sukshma Bhuta is yet to start its work properly. Hearing, it is less. Not that it is not there, it is less. It is yet to come to its complete, potential. Taste, it doesn't have any taste at that moment because it is just to start its business. Slowly it starts. Slowly the karmendriyas start working. The child is not able to walk. Child is not able to sit initially. Why? The karmendriyas are not yet come to their full potential. Slowly they start opening all the items slowly one by one. And the business starts. That is what we are doing, that business. How long will we do the business? Same business we have been doing in different bodies. We are simply moving from one body to another. Are we aware of this? Are we giving any importance to the Sukshma Sharira? We are giving only importance to the Sthula Sharira. We are transmigrating from one body to another without having the knowledge. When we have this knowledge, we will be giving more importance to how my mind should be. What should be stored in my memory? What am I storing? How should my memory be? Ahankara, the same. I. This ahankara only I am carrying. That is why we are not able to move forward in this path. Krishna is giving us beautiful surgery for us. Why not we prepare ourselves? Let us not undergo the surgery just like that. First of all, we should be prepared for that. How you should prepare, that also is Krishna has given the 4 points. Asanga, Brahmachara, surrender, Sadguna, virtues. Develop all these. Let us try to develop all these. And next birth should be in the higher lokas, which means need not be Swarga or Suryaloka, Chandraloka, we are not aware of it. But we see some people, some saints are there who are always blissful. At least we become like that. That is a better janma for us in the same human only. Because only in this human birth we are able to gain some punya karma, papa karma, or acquire those karma phalas only in this human birth. So knowing the value of this and knowing this about Sukshma Sharira, let us try to give importance to more and more to this Manasu Buddhi Ahankara Chitta. These Indriyas are not in our control. Karmendriyas, to a certain extent in our control. Jnanendriyas are not in our control. To a certain extent they are in our control. This control we call this as free will. Free will is there. What should I hear? Free will is there. I can listen to some stories from some TV serials, or I can listen to some satsangas and gain more and more knowledge about it and start contemplating on that, start implementing these points in my life. It is my free will. So let us not say that everything is destiny. No, it is not. Free will is there. So we must be aware of this. So Krishna is giving us beautifully, some more shlokas are extremely interesting shlokas, which Krishna describes beautifully, provided we must have that sattva guna. Only when sattva guna is pradhana, all these indriyas will be ready to take that, grasp that. Otherwise here and then I don't understand, or okay, it is beyond me, beyond my reach. No, these are all not beyond our reach. We can reach, we can understand, we can contemplate, we can implement, provided we have developed that interest towards that. So to develop that interest, first and foremost is we must have that devotion and complete surrender. You are the only one who can make me do this, who can make me gain this knowledge, who can make me reach you and become you. So let us all pray to him, surrender to him, develop. I don't have sadgunas. What can I do? You are the one who has given me this guna. Make me have this sadguna. I am ready for it now. Give me this kind of virtues. Let us pray to him. Let us chant. Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om Shri Ram Jai Ram Jai Jai Ram Om.